Okay, hey guys, Queenie K here and welcome back to my channel. So basically today I'm just going to be talking about another foundation for dark skin. So if you guys have been on my channel, you know that I'm always constantly getting on here just showing products that I believe are pretty good for people who do have dark skin or who have brown skin. And this foundation that I'm going to be talking about is the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I'm just going to go through the pros and cons of this foundation, and there aren't many cons, but I will tell you guys the couple things I do think about it. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So I'm going to start on the pros of this foundation. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the texture of this. So this foundation is so light, like it is liquid. It's literally a liquid foundation. It's not a thick, creamy foundation. Like I can shake the bottle and you can hear it. So yeah, it's literally just liquid in here, which is really nice, I personally think, because then it doesn't cake on. It easily slides around your face and you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way because it is very liquidy, but it's also very pigmented. So it's kind of like the Cover FX like drops. Like you see how they're like super liquidy, but they can like mix with stuff and like get all over your face. It's kind of like that, except this isn't a drop that you're supposed to mix. But what I'm trying to say is that it's super, super, super light, and you can get your whole face covered with just one pump or like two pumps, depending how you like your foundation. So the second thing, speaking of the texture, it is also full coverage. So it not only covers your whole face with just like one pump, but it's very, like I said, very pigmented. So it covers everything. I am wearing it on my face right now, if you're wondering. This is the foundation. As you can see, like it fits very well. I am wearing concealer and like blush and highlight and all this stuff, so it does like change it a bit, but like I think it's perfect. I really, 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 really love it. And the third thing I want to talk about is the glow. So it does talk about Luminous. It says All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. So it is weightless. It does last all day, but I'll get to that in a little more detail after. It is luminous and it is weightless. So yeah, it has an amazing glow to it. It's not too dewy. It's also not too matte. But if you do like matte foundations, do not get this foundation because it is not matte at all. Like it's totally has more of a glow to it. It kind of looks just like you're wearing like a really tinted moisturizer, like except it's full coverage, you know? So it's not something that's gonna leave your face matte, but it's not something that's gonna leave your face oily or shiny either. It just has a really nice glow to it, and it's you guys can see it. It's an overall great foundation. So the fourth thing that is a pro for me, but also can be a con for someone else, is the color. So like I was saying, the color of this foundation is very, very, very warm. I personally need foundations that are a bit warmer just because I can't do the yellow foundations. I can't do the straight brown foundations. I just need something that has a bit more red in it, and this foundation is the reddest that I've ever seen. But that works for me. It kind of reminds me of the MAC Matchmaster, which I used to be obsessed with, but I stopped using just because my skin was not liking it. But it kind of, that color is what this reminds me of. So that is a pro for me, can be a con for someone else. Now I'm going to go straight into the cons of this foundation. And the first thing that I have to talk about, going off it being really light textured and liquidy, if you don't wear it with a good primer, it moves all over, in my experience. If I'm wearing it for a long period of time and I'm not wearing a good primer, it doesn't sit well. I kind of like come home and I look like someone's been touching my face all day. Like it's just been like, it moves. But again, you should wear primer with most foundations anyways, but sometimes I kind of like to wear foundation with like a BB cream underneath just to keep it moisturized. But I can't do that with this. That's what I think about that. So it's very light textured, but make sure you pair it with a good, thick, strong primer, because that slippery texture can only like sit so well by itself. I think it makes sense that that's what happens with it. So that's one of the cons for me. And again, like I said, this is a con but also a plus. It is very, very, very warm toned. But again, for me that works, for some people it doesn't. So I've listed it as a pro and as a con, so you guys can choose what you think about that. And the last negative, I guess, thing that I would say about this foundation is the price. It is about $50. I will list the exact price in Canadian and US right here just so you guys can see, but it is a higher end foundation. I think the Sephora brand, some of them you can get them like under $30, like the spray one. There's a lot of options, but anyways, this is on the higher end because it is Nars. I don't know. So it's like $50 for that foundation. I just hope it lasts a long time because that's a lot of money, right? So if you're not doing drugstore, it's definitely quite a bit of money for something that you have to get every couple months. And this foundation overall is really great. It does as great of a job as all the other high-end foundations that I've tried so far. I love it just like I love my Bobbi Brown. I love it just like I love the Lancome. So, and those are all in the same price range. So I'm starting to think that all of you get what you pay for, right? Hopefully. In my experience, I've gotten what I've paid for. So I've been paying a little bit more on foundation. I've been getting a little bit better results. So I really do like it. And if you guys were wondering what this foundation was about, what the hype was about, that's what I have to say about it. I love it. As you can see, this is it on my face. It is full coverage. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that if you're interested in it, that you go check it out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!